the cooler weather. All right. Good afternoon. It's 1 o'clock Tuesday, August 5th. This is a meeting of the Administration Committee. I'd like to call the meeting to order and acknowledge that the press and the public have been duly notified of the meeting in accordance with the Freedom of Information Act. All members are present. First item of business is citizens' comments.
No one has signed up to speak.
Okay. Next item is approval of previous meeting minutes. I believe there's a copy of the, March 5th meeting minutes in the packet.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any changes or modifications? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Old business. We don't have a vice chair, so election of a vice chair. Do I have any nominations?
Nominate Ashley Carroll.
I second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Program to recognize long-term council members, and I think, Jimmy, this is, you had brought this idea up, but maybe you can refresh everybody's memory
Yeah, I
on
brought it
what it
up
was.
to discuss in March, but we're meeting today, so I was thinking that some council members, a few, sacrificed many years contributing to the community. It's not a sacrifice, it's really an honor to sit here to represent the community. But I was thinking a way to honor, I don't know what the criteria would be as far as length of service, but I was thinking like 10 years, like a silver pin of some type, and after, if you serve for 20 years on the council, and even committee members, if they serve for a long time, that we do something a little extraordinary to recognize them. So I came up with the idea with a pen, and this is some rough sketching. When I was studying accounting at South Carolina, my roommate was Robert Ariel. He was the editorial cartoonist for the state newspaper. He was my roommate. And he and I have become, have remained good friends after all these years. And he came up with a couple little sketches, and before he did anything further, he just did it pro bono, just to help us out. Something like this was a couple of his ideas. I just thought it was preliminary stages. Nothing has to happen today. I thought I'd just kind of put it out there.
Do you want to have something drafted up in terms of a resolution on what the criteria would be and that, and we
Yeah.
review it at the next meeting?
We'll do it at the next committee meeting. It's not a
You
huge
wanna-
rush, but
Is that something you would do, Douglas, or you would do it? Want?
Yeah, could we,
we have the whereas and therefore.
and then a certain number of years
I'm
would
thinking,
qualify
Well, I
for,
need input from the committee, but I was thinking like 10 years, that would be, you'd have to go through 3 elections, and 20 years, you'd have to go through 5 elections. And also for appointed committee members that we're going to talk about a little bit, but Malcolm Burgess served on the Accommodations Tax Committee for 23 years. So there should be some recognition there for the people that sacrifice time away from their families and things they like to do to give to the city.
yeah,
I'm
so we
open
could,
to it.
we
Why don't
could,
you just put something together with some criteria,
Yeah.
like around what he talked about, and then we can kind of have a discussion at the next meeting around finalizing what the years and service and
Yeah.
et cetera. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Next item is update on Beach Preservation Committee startup. Douglas, maybe you give us an update on
yeah, so just to kind of talk through what's happened here, the ad hoc committee, the Beach Preservation Ad Hoc Committee recommended that there be a permanent committee stood up to take over their role in terms of overseeing the beach, maintenance to the beach, provide guidance on policies as they relate to the beach. That is, and that I believe has been through, that committee has been now formally created, kind of the framework of that committee has been created. There was a pause put on putting people onto that committee and actually starting the committee up to allow the existing ad hoc committee to get through these second opinions. You'll recall that there are, we've engaged professionals to provide a second opinion. we thought that it would be wise for the group who's been working through the first kind of sets of opinions to finish that business. And then upon their kind of completion of review and recommending on the second opinion, we're thinking that we would have the permanent committee start at that point. So we're now, I think, advertising we're soliciting names for that group. We think that will be kind of the next major project on this committee is interviewing and making recommendations on the personnel for that committee. So that'll be coming up probably, will that be next month? Or is the deadline?
Well, as of now, we only have one person that's
Okay.
asked to be on that committee, so I'll ask Cha to do some more push for that.
Yeah, so
Have
we'll,
we asked the current committee members if any of them would like to continue on to the,
I don't know that we've specifically reached out to anybody in particular, but there wouldn't be any reason why the current members
Yeah.
could not put their hat in the ring. We could certainly reach out to them. But if you all know of folks who may be interested, tell them, please kind of spread that word that it's, we're trying to find people to fill that committee now, so.
Just a quick note, if I may, I'd like us to consider a conversation about these committees being maybe meeting later in the day. I know of a couple of people, one of them's a teacher, a school teacher, and she'd certainly like to serve on one of the committees. She's especially interested in this one, but in the middle of the day, it's impossible. So maybe, I know staff has to stay late, but maybe 4:30 or 5 was start time instead of 11 or 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
cuts a lot of people that are working out of consideration in the process.
Yeah, okay, that's good. We have, each committee will set their own time generally.
Right.
So if a person was appointed to a committee, we would work to suit everybody's schedule.
Right, I just wanted to bring it to the public's attention. that
Yeah,
We're aware of it.
okay.
so this is probably October kind
Yeah,
of interview?
maybe September, we could get them started, maybe October, so we'll
Okay.
come back with names once we start having them
All right.
apply.
Next item is discussion of naming the intersection of Ocean Boulevard and J.C. Long as Malcolm Burgess Plaza. Jimmy, you may want to
Yeah.
introduce this.
Ryan Buchanan, a former council member, came up with this idea a while back, and he passed it on to some members. I don't know if it was just this current term or may have been a year or so back. I'm not quite sure, but for some reason it kind of got dropped. And he was talking to me about it, and I agreed that I thought it needed to be brought back up. Malcolm is an icon on this island. He has done so much for so many people, especially so many young people. He gave them a start working at the Windjammer. And the Windjammer is I think it was just selected one of the 10 best beach music venues in the Southeast by one of the magazines. There's so many of them. But, they've had great concerts there. Hootie and the Blowfish played there for a long time. They have great bands in the summers now and outside. They even have wrestling in April. So, and they've even done theater productions inside in the past. And so Malcolm's always been just so gracious and to the community of Isle of Palms. And I'm totally open for suggestions, but I was thinking we got to keep in mind that I'd like to see it done as close to the Windjammer as possible. We have to keep in mind Bob Miller Way, which is if you go down J.C. Long Boulevard to Ocean Boulevard, and right there on the sidewalk to the left is Bob Miller Way, which was a long-serving council member and gave a lot himself to this community. Retired Marine Corps colonel, and I would never want to do anything to disrespect Bob or his family. But I was thinking that we should do something for Malcolm, and I was thinking that right there at J.C. Long and Ocean Boulevard, that brick turn right there where the bandstands are put for the spring and the Christmas festivals. It would be sort of like a brass plaque right there. Or
In the bricks? Are you
In the
thinking
bricks.
Laid into the bricks?
in the bricks, or I mean, I'm totally in suggestions, like a sign on the street sign where you know you've been to a lot of cities and they'll have like in New York it'll be Avenue of the Americas and then it'll be like 6th Avenue or something underneath it. Underneath the Ocean Boulevard sign, we would put Malcolm Burgess Boulevard. Totally open, but I think time is of the essence. I'd like to see this approved by this committee and taken to full council for the August 26th meeting with approval. And what it would be in the form of like a resolution or a proclamation, and the mayor helped me with this, and it's something like, briefly, whereas Malcolm Burgess moved to Isle of Palms, and this is the only thing I don't have, I think it's 1956, but I will confirm that, and served as Isle of Palms City Councilman from 1978 to 1980, and mayor from 1980 to 81, and on the ATAX Advisory Committee from 1999 to 2022, where Malcolm started his first business in 1972 and was involved in numerous other ventures. Whereas the city wishes to recognize Malcolm's many contributions to the business community and years of public service, therefore we will name as Malcolm Burgess Plaza Boulevard, whatever y'all would like to come up with. But that's my presentation. I'm hoping we can do something with it today.
Yep. I mean, I'm open. I think the plaza idea personally, I like that idea, putting a bronze plaque into the ground there. And it's right there in front of the Windjammer, which is kind of iconic. I think that'd be that's what I'd be willing to say we should move forward with something really
Right.
right. But the problem is council, I mean, there's no workshop this month. So we'll just go straight to council with it and have the discussion and vote at council meeting at the end of the month. But yeah.
If you all could give us, just kind of your recommendations, we can put it into a future plan with a resolution and kind of a schematic of what it would be. And I think we could do that and have that ready for the 26th.
Yeah.
I'm meeting with the mayor in the morning, and I'm gonna confirm that 1956. I hate to say the mid-50s, but I'll do what I need to do. But I'd like to make this in form of a motion that the city approve this, resolution and recommend it to council for passage.
Second.
Second.
You have any
Thank you.
comments, Ashley?
I fully support this. I think Malcolm has been an integral part of the island for a very long time. I've heard numerous stories, as well as met him several times as well, and I know he's a great guy, has a great family, he's been a great resident, and contributed a lot to this island. And I think someone who has given back so much to this community and spent a large part of his life here deserves recognition for it. So it's a small gesture worth.
I
worth
think
doing.
there's a lot of people in the audience that agree.
Yep.
Yeah, I see a lot of, everybody's raising
You
their
could name, if you could name the intersection out here, Sotillo, you could name that flat Malcolm Plaza down there.
Right. Well, the State House had that. But we're all behind, I hope we're all behind
Yes, I think
Yeah.
so.
honoring Malcolm.
Yeah,
Well, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So we'll take it to, all right, there's no new business.
Motion to adjourn.
Next meeting is September 1st, 2020.